objectives for today's weather report. We are going to describe the different types of instruments used to take weather measurements. Anemometer, which measures wind speed, radar, which detects storms, satellites, which track weather, thermometer, which measures temperature, wet bulb thermometers, which measures humidity, and weather vanes, which measures the direction of wind. We're going to describe how radar and weather satellites are used to help meteorologists forecast the weather, and how to interpret a weather map. And we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to Redlands E-News. We're here at Redlands News Station to give you the weather report in a multitude of climates. I'm Jack, and I'm giving you the weather report for Redlands, April 2nd, Wednesday. We're going to have a bit of chilly weather and partly cloudy skies. Highest possible temperature reaching 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, there will be 49% chance humidity with a 10% chance of precipitation. And the wind will reach 10 miles per hour. But you may ask, Jack, how do you know all of this? Well, I'll be glad to show you. Well, actually, this guy can predict the weather. If he looks his face and turns it to one direction, that'll be the way the wind will blow. That's just a myth. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But really, we use all kinds of contraptions. For example, we use the thermometer that measures the temperature, or the wet bulb thermometer that measures the relative humidity. And to measure wind speeds, we use the anemometer. All these contraptions we use to measure the different parts of the weather. Now we go to Roy the E-Eagle for a bird's eye view in a city called Big Bear. Roy, take us away.
Thanks, Jack. Hi, I'm Roy the E-Eagle. I'm here in the bird's eye view to give you the weather report for Big Bear, April 2nd. We're going to have a pretty cloudy weather with the highest temperature being 38 degrees Fahrenheit with a 10% chance of precipitation, and the wind speed being at 8 miles per hour and humidity at 42%. As Jack already told you, we use a variety of tools to measure different parts of the weather, but he didn't tell you about maps, did he? I bet you're thinking, but Roy, I already know what maps are. What do maps have to do with the weather? Well, it'll be my pleasure to show you. Come on. See, radar maps and satellite maps are important to us meteorologists because we need to know where the weather is and where it's going. What's that? You want to know how to read radar maps and satellite maps too? Well, here is Meteorologist 101 Crash Course in Maps. Let's start with the radar maps. Here is the radar map for California for March 22nd. Here's the rule of thumb when you see this kind of coloring, which means the darker the red, the hotter it is. And this is a satellite map for also March 22nd. This is basically a picture from a satellite in space so you can see the cloud cover. This is how you read maps, more or less. Try to keep track of this new skill. You might become a meteorologist just like us. All right, back to you, Jack.
Thanks, Roy. That's it for today, folks. But remember, weather is always changing wherever you go, so let's explore some more. Next time, meet us in the desert and the coast to observe the weather patterns. This is Jack
And Roy the E-Eagle signing off.
Signing off.
Hi.
Hi.
We made it. So we edited it. And I wrote it. He's directed this. Yeah, that's the face of a director. Obviously. So he's director, I'm assistant, I'm scriptwriter, he's director. I'm editor, he's also assistant editor. Yeah, we pretty much made the whole thing. But they acted, so yeah. We have credit. We did this.
Leave your eyes open.
Yeah.
I'm Jack in the Hat, and I'm giving. Wait. I'm Jack, and I'm giving you the weather report for Redlands, April 2nd, Wednesday.
but Jack, but Roy, but Jack, but Roy, but Jack, but Roy.
Well, this guy, it's just a myth. But for and to measure the wind speed, we use an anemometers. Use the thermometer that measures the temperature. The wet bulb thermometer that measures the relative humidity. Now we go to Roy the eagle for the bird's eye view.
Here's the rule of thumb when you see this kind of coloring, which means the darker the red, the hotter it is. Change.
This is Jack. Oh my gosh!
You're supposed to push the button.
He was just waiting there.
This is bloopers. Okay,
Does he say Jack first?
For example, if he looks his face and turns it to one direction, that'll be the way the wind will blow.